This movie is about cross-site scripting vulnerability. We will be talking about persistent cross-site scripting. Couple of words about myself. My name is Alexander Garkovienko and I'm working as IT security consultant in 7safe. I have a wide experience in IT area and specializing in databases and application security. You are welcome to visit my website and find more information about myself. All information in this movie is provided for educational purposes only. Note that the tools and techniques demonstrated here may be potentially damaging if used inappropriately, so be very careful, proceed with caution, and remember that responsibility is your own. There are different flavors of cross-site scripting vulnerability, and we will be dealing with persistent cross-site scripting. So we'll have a real-life example how attacker may take over user's session. For the beginning, we have to learn what web cookies are. Okay, so a regular user is accessing his account in Besure Bank. By the way, this blue border around the screen. Blue border means this is a user's perspective, so we look at the world through user's eyes. Red border means this is an attacker's perspective. Okay, user logs in providing his username and password. Now we are dealing with two-step authentication, so, well, customer and also the bank probably feel quite secure. User goes to his recent bank statement and access this information. User successfully authenticated. So now let's try to look a little bit more deeper in those data exchange between the user's web browser and the web server. So we will be using the tool called Burp Suite, which will sit in between the user's web browser and the web server and intercept all incoming and outgoing data. Yeah, so we have to switch all traffic to go through the proxy. And this is our tool. The thing you can see on the screen is actually the cookie. It's something which is issued by the web server immediately once user is authenticated. Cookie may contain many different informations. In this particular case, cookie is just one random string. Let's take a look at this entire flow once again. So once user is logged into the bank, the cookie is issued, and with every request, in this case user requests bank statement, the request comes with cookie, and then bank knows that this is request with this particular legitimate user, so the bank statement is served back. Now you can see on the screen that really cookie is issued with every request from the user's web browser. You can treat it as a signature which is sent to the web server. Now let's take a look at the same thing from the attacker's perspective. So we have an attacker called Johnny Bravo, which has account in the same bank. Once again, note that the red border means attacker's perspective. Attacker logs into the system. And obviously, he has access to his data only. But definitely this is not exactly what he wants. So attacker may try to poke around and look for some functionality in this web application. One thing which looks quite interesting is the messaging. I'm not quite sure if you may find messaging functionality in bank service, but well, let's treat it as some web application. So what attacker can do now, he's trying to send the message to himself. Alright, so message successfully came in. Okay, once attacker knows that he's able to send message to himself, well, it's quite probably that he's also able to send the message to any other users. Okay, now attacker may try to send something else. He may try to send this script. Simple, harmless script. Once again, the code is sent to himself. JavaScript is automatically executed when the web page is rendered in your web browser. Alright, we can see that JavaScript is immediately executed in user's web browser. As soon as user navigates the messages page, script is automatically executed. This is because web server, web application is not filtering, not sanitizing the data provided by the user by any way. So it is actually stored in the database and later reflected back exactly the same condition as it was before, as it was stored. What is really important that from JavaScript it is very often possible to access cookie. So once it is possible, attacker may just take over someone else's session. So this is exactly the case we are dealing with. Now attacker will start the exploitation tool called Beef. It's a browser exploitation framework which allows you to fully control victim's web browser by exploiting a cross-site scripting vulnerability. So now this tool is prepared. Okay, instead of that harmless script which was sent before, we'll be sending this script which would initiate the connection to Beef server. So now what we should do is just send the message to our victim, to Tom Seeley. Alright, message was sent. Okay, now let's come back to our victim and see how it looks like. So victim once again logging into the system, not suspecting anything. Okay, so it seems like we have a new message. Once victim clicks the message and goes to this page, well, actually nothing happened, but the malicious script is definitely executed in the background, completely unnoticed by the victim. And at the same time, the attacker may check the Beef. And there is information that new zombie is available. We have the IP address of our victim. Once we have this, we can fetch more information about this machine. And what is most important for us, we can steal current cookie. Yeah, this is the victim's cookie. Now attacker will use the victim's cookie to take over his session. The same tool will be used, so the burp suit, and the request from the attacker to his own account will be intercepted, and the cookie, attacker's cookie, will be replaced with victim's cookie. Okay, so request is issued, intercepted, and we see the request. Now we replace the cookie with the stolen one. Yeah, this is exactly what was stolen from the user. Now click forward, stop interception, come back to our web browser, and voila, we have accessed the Tom Sillis account.